temprano, mañana hay que estudiar. Pero ya
So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this video we are going to be talking about my pregnancy journey and how I felt and symptoms and stuff that I was going through when I was pregnant. And also like tips and stuff that you can do for yourself when you're pregnant.
So I first found out I was pregnant towards the end of September. And well, when I found out, of course, I was excited, but at the same time very nervous, just because.
And you're creating another human being, like that is important in its own way. And when I did find out, obviously I didn't get my period, but
initially, but I was not getting my period for a while, ever since July. So all July I didn't get my period, and I was like, for some kind of weird reason, I was just like waiting and waiting on my period to come. Like, gosh,
I know I'm not pregnant. My period's gonna come. I know it is, and it just never did. And I kind of had a feeling when it didn't come that I was gonna be pregnant because it just wasn't coming. I was pregnant, so I did buy a test and I took it. The best one that you should use is from Clear Blue because it has the best accurate results, and it also comes with 2 pregnancy tests in the package. I think it's called Clear Blue, but it's called Clear something, and it's a really good, you can buy it at Walgreens or CVS. It's a really good it comes with 2 tests, and it gives you accurate results instead of buying those. They are a little bit pricey though, but it's totally worth it because you're going to know that they're accurate results instead of buying those cheap ones from the dollar store. Although, no lie, I kind of did 3 pregnancy tests to make sure it was really accurate, just because I really wanted to be sure. It was a cheap dollar store one, and so I bought the other brand, more expensive one, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take that more expensive one because this one's from the dollar store and it might not be accurate. So I took 2 of the other ones and it was so accurate. I was excited when I found
out, you know, but at the same time very nervous because I'm still young and there's still things that I want to do in my life, and I still can, you know, even with a baby, but it's just going to be more of putting in my time towards it, and that's fine. I just have to learn how to manage my time.
And learn how to manage myself around everything. And I'm pretty sure I'll get it figured out in some kind of way. I was 3 weeks pregnant when I found out that I was pregnant. So a little bit later, maybe like at 5 or 6 weeks, is when I started vomiting up a lot. And oh my god, you guys, let me tell you, it was so hard for me to try to eat like really good. But no lie, it was kind of my fault too, because I should have known to buy prenatals, because at the beginning of my pregnancy, I did not go straight to getting on prenatals as soon
as I found out I was pregnant, which I should have, and I just feel like, oh my gosh, so freaking stupid for not buying prenatals like I should have when you're supposed to. But it's my first pregnancy and I don't really know anything, and so when I did find out that you were supposed to take prenatals, I did get some.
First pregnancy visit, and they taste so disgusting. They're like some big giant red pills and they taste so fucking gross. Like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. I cannot. You're supposed to eat food with them to help the taste not be so there, but it doesn't really help, in my opinion. And it makes you want to vomit. I just had this really gross feeling in my mouth
all the time. And honestly, gosh, the way that I felt when I was pregnant, I felt like really hot all the time, like really, really hot. Like the air had to be on full blast in order for me to feel like.
I did get nausea a lot, and smells would really bother me. So in order to eat and stuff, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of my pregnancy, figuring out what type of foods that I would intake was really hard. So you do kind of have to play around with what foods you're gonna like taking. I got nauseated a lot, and it was really hard for me to intake food. I would try eating so much because it was like, I have to eat for this baby, for this life that it's growing inside of me. But at the same time, even water, I would drink lots of water and I would throw it up. It's just like
kind of like I was dehydrated. My body, it wasn't really taking in anything, so, you know, it was recommended for me to go to the hospital and get some fluid in my system to help me help me out. But because, yeah, like not even water, I could take that
down. Almost anything that I would try to eat, I would throw it up. And I did lose some weight, but at my prenatal visit, my doctor told me that it's completely normal to lose weight at the very beginning of your pregnancy because you are throwing up a lot and you are feeling nauseated and really sick. And they just told me it's okay, everything's gonna be fine and perfect. So they told me as long as I'm trying, as long as I try to eat good for the baby, just healthy stuff like salads, oatmeal, soup. I did eat almost anything but still healthy. I wouldn't eat stuff that's too really fried or greasy, but I would still eat like almost anything. Things that honestly I did get emotional a lot. Sometimes like I would literally just end up crying for no reason. Like literally I would be crying and people would ask me, oh my god, are you okay? And I'd be like, yes I am, I don't know why I'm crying. But yeah, like, you know, it's just really hard, but you know, you just take it month by month. What I do is I loved watching mommy videos. It really inspired me to think about my baby and to, you know, just look at baby things and just think about my baby. That way you won't think about all the nasty feelings that you go through pregnancy with. During my pregnancy was when they drew out my blood for some tests that they had to run during prenatal visits. Blood, and honestly, during the first time they almost drew my blood, I felt like fainting, literally. I don't know if it's because I wasn't drinking enough water or whatever it was the reason, but like feel like fainting. And also for the diabetes test, I felt like fainting because I had to do the 3-hour glucose test. And yeah, like literally I felt like fainting, and I think it was because of the fact that I hadn't ate. I had also made me mad that this lady was trying to stick the needle in the wrong space, and it was literally like on my vein. It was literally like purple. And I'm like, this lady is doing this shit wrong. Like, why are you trying to stick it in a place where it does not go?
She was putting it in my vein, but she's a phlebotomist. I don't know. She's, you know, certified to draw blood or whatever, but she was using this needle, and there's this little cap that goes in the needle, this tubing, and she used the wrong one. And then she was like, oh, that's why no blood is
coming out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How are you certified to do this and you don't even know what the fuck you're doing? It just honestly made me so mad that she messed that up. And that's my little one. You do have to just think about your baby, read baby books, and also try to do your research on baby stuff and baby products, and try to do as much research as you can. Is something that I would advise you moms to do, because it really is helpful to do as much research as possible, because in the long run, by the time your baby's born, you're gonna know so much, which is what I regret not doing, is doing my research. And also, when you go to your prenatal visits, please ask your doctor lots of questions, or if not lots, at least some questions, you know, that you think might be important or relative, maybe about your pregnancy, about the baby, or towards your labor.
I would use to feel better for my nausea. For me personally, I like chewing gum, just because I don't know. Also eating ice and ginger. I would make me teas of ginger.
Because ginger also helps with nausea, and yeah, and also those ginger candies. I mean, some people don't like ginger because they think it tastes nasty, but in my opinion, it was perfectly fine. You get water intake to keep yourself healthy and good for your baby, so that he or she can be strong and healthy. And just keep on trying so hard, and trust me, you're gonna be a great parent and a great mama. You know, it's just what every pregnant person has to go through, but you're gonna be a great parent. it's all a learning process, and even if it's your first baby or not, it's something that you're going to go through, and it's something that's going to make you be like, oh my god, this is such a special feeling every time. This is my first baby, but that's exactly why I was so inexperienced. It's not the same as when I see my sister going through this experience or helping her out with her kids. It's just not the same until you go through it yourself. Until you are pregnant or you have your own kids, it's just not the same feeling. But yeah, just do as much research as you can and you will be fine. Well, thank you for watching my video. Please comment down